Good evening. Time for sports news. Tusker FC are temporarily at the summit of the SportPesa Premier League after slim 1-0 victory over Kakamega Homeboys. The Brewers down the western side in Mumias with Stephen Owusu slotting home the winning goal from a penalty.
Rushing for it, gets pushed off by the goalkeeper, and the referee says this one is the goalkeeper's mistake in getting the error out and pushing him. And Owusu will step up and put it in the net. Even though the goalkeeper would have been going in the correct direction, Owusu makes use of the power and puts the ball in the net for Tusker to lead this one in the 80th minute.
The athletics calendar in Kenya is hotting up with the Rio Olympics less than 100 days away. Kenya Prisons kicked off their two-day championship at the Nyayo National Stadium with 2015 First Lady Marathon champion Wilfred Kimitei and Nancy Nzisa dominating the men's 10,000 meters and women's 5,000 meters respectively. Waiga Mora tells us more on that.
The first final of the day was the men's 10,000 meters, which kicked off a few minutes after 10 a.m. Athletes from Nyanza dominated the earlier laps as Wilfred Kimitei trailed them. Fresh from winning the 2015 First Lady Half Marathon last year, Kimitei waited until the final lap to make his move as he crossed the finish line in 29 minutes 26.2 seconds, followed by Peter Emase and Frederick Moranga. In the women's 100-meter hurdles, Gladys Ngure did not break a sweat as she jumped 10 hurdles and crossed the finish line in 15.5 seconds. Florence Wasike and Highness Chepkemoi clocked 15.7 and 15.9 seconds respectively. Finally, Machakos-based Nancy Nzisa made light work of her competitors in the women's 5,000 meters, finishing first in a time of 16 minutes 2.5 seconds. Catherine Siokwa was the runner-up as Valentine Kibi rounded off the podium group.
Sikuwa mzuri ni venye tu sikuwa najua hatu consider any meetings but nimeona nikimbia mzuri.
The games conclude tomorrow with the national championship slated for the end of this month. It's a busy period in the athletics calendar with a meet almost every weekend, whether it's hosted by the Kenya Police, Kenya Prisons or the KDF. Now, Kenyan athletes may be posting good results in the cold weather in Nairobi, but will they be able to replicate that form in the heat that will be in Rio during the 2016 Olympics? That is the question. Reporting for Citizen Sports, I'm Waiga Mora at the Nyayo National Stadium.
Still on athletics, the 2016 IAAF Diamond League kicked off this evening with the opening meet in Doha. Three-time world champion Aspel Kiprop led silver medalist Elijah Marangoi from Beijing to the 1-2 finish in a world-leading time of 3 minutes 32.16 seconds to win the men's 1500 meters. 2010 Commonwealth champion Silas Kiplagat finished third in the men's 3,000 meters steeplechase. Two-time world silver medalist Conseslus Kipruto clocked a new world-leading time of 8 minutes 5.13 seconds ahead of Diamond League champion Jairus Brich and Abraham Kibiwot. 3,000 meters steeplechase Olympic and steeplechase champion Ezekiel Kimboi propped the field in 14th position. The meet heads to Shanghai on the 14th of March for the second leg of the series.
I thought that was a really interesting race in terms of 2-3 things for me. One, Kiprop went out hard and couldn't maintain it, which is the outside 8 minutes. A good strong performance though from Conseslus Kipruto has another look behind. He's been doing that all night long. Arm aloft, accepts the win. It's a quick time, 8-5 in the end.
We slow down the pace a little bit in rugby, and Cabras Sugar will be hoping history does not repeat itself when they face off against Impala Saracens in the final of the Kenya Cup on Saturday afternoon in Nairobi. Cabras reached last season's final but lost to KCBU, stumbled in the semi-final stage last weekend. Bernard Ndong attended the last training session at the Jamhuri Showgrounds ahead of tomorrow's season finale.
Cabras Sugar's final training session was a light 45 minutes affair. The technical bench, led by head coach Australian Mike Bishop, had taken a back seat and let the players conduct the captain's run. This is a rugby tradition that precedes the match day, with the players training themselves, literally fine-tuning their skills and game tactics. Cabras was in the same position last season when they reached the 2014-2015 Kenya Cup final in their first season in the top flight. They lost to KCB but managed to upstage the status quo. This season, the team has once again ticked all the right boxes, according to Coach Bishop.
Everyone put their thoughts forward about what we needed to do to get things better and get them right. So we've changed a few things, and last week it worked very well for us. And we're, you know, the boys are very happy where we're staying, and you know, we have most of the guys on curfew, so everyone's together.
Bishop has vast experience coaching around the world and has been involved with clubs in Australia, Sweden, Tunisia and Greece.
You're going to run towards the other end and you're going to kick the ball for yourself. So
the international flavour in the technical bench is also evident in the playing unit. Cabras has 6 foreign players, 4 Fijians, a Ugandan and a Cameroonian.
It's wonderful for the club. It's, you know, the Fijian boys especially, and Ugandans and Ernest, they all get on well, and you know, we get on well with the boys, and it's a real tight-knit group.
They have the skill set that most of us in Kenya lack, and with that blend of Fijian and Ugandans and maybe the Cameroonian, it's really a good side right now.
On Saturday, Cabras will be chasing the main cup title for the second time in 2 seasons against a side they have faced twice with mixed fortunes. Their last meeting was in Kakamega in April, where Cabras beat Impala 25-13, revenging the 31-14 hammering in Nairobi a month earlier. The final will be played at the Impala grounds after the initial venue at the Arifiwea grounds was not available. Reporting for Citizen Sports, I'm Bernard Ndong.
The speed goes up a little bit, and 29 cars have been cleared to participate in Saturday's Kisumu Rally after the scrutineering was conducted today in Kisumu County. The Simba stage of the KCB Kisumu Rally has been cancelled due to heavy rains, according to organizers. Torrential downpour that pounded the area rendered the black cotton soil route impassable, with organizers adding the Kobonyo, Mberere and the nuclear stages to be done twice to compensate the distance. And finally, Liverpool romped into the Europa League final with a 3-0 win over Villarreal on another magical night at Anfield, as Daniel Sturridge and Adam Lallana overturned the first leg deficit to propel their team to a 3-1 aggregate win. Elsewhere,
never first time, and still the chance. Sturridge to try and poach the opening goal. And still, it might come here for Sturridge as Villarreal look for the flag, which stays down. 2-0 Liverpool, and Daniel Sturridge gets his goal this time. And still, the strong here is Firmino. He cuts it back. Sturridge missed the chance, but it's turned in on the line by Adam Lallana, and that should do it for Liverpool. 3-0. It's good ball for Reid.
Elsewhere, the Crusaders completely outclassed the Queensland Reds 38-5 in a one-sided affair at Christchurch, New Zealand in a Super Rugby match. John Mackay-Tory scored the first try for the Crusaders after 4 minutes as Richie Muga added the extras. Mackay was again on target with the second try as the Reds struggled to settle in the match. The second half, the hosts almost doubled the scoreline, scoring 17 unanswered points.
What a change-up play for to crack tonight. Here's Marty McKenzie. Good hands from the Crusaders once more. They'll follow with a massive dummy. Stop it! Stop it!
That's sports for tonight. We do this again tomorrow night. I'm Michael Kinyi. Nzisa Muli is up next with One on One. Have a good night.